Hello everyone, Rurikhan here coming at you with another First Impressions video, and today we're going to be taking a look at Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends Complete Edition. So Dynasty Warriors, this is actually the first Dynasty Warriors title that I am ever going to play. To be completely honest, I have never played a Dynasty Warriors game before, and I know that this might come as a shock to a lot of people, but it's just I've never really been exposed to it. And those kinds of titles actually don't come out in Europe all that often, to be completely honest. I mean, at least not in Portugal in particular. But anyways, I got sent a review code for Dynasty Warriors 8. I'm going to be telling you guys how I personally feel about it. Before we get into the title itself, I'd like to tell you guys about the different modes that this can be played in for those of you that are curious. So you got the story mode, and in the story mode, you can actually play as these different... I'm going to assume that these are dynasties. So you have the Wei dynasties, the Wu, well, maybe they're not dynasties. Maybe they're just like clan names or something. I honestly don't know. I don't know a whole lot about Chinese or Japanese or Asian culture in general, and I really would like to know more. But anyways, we can play with the Wei, the Wu, the Shu, the Jin, other, which are just other characters. You also have a tutorial, which is actually pretty useful for those of you who are newcomers to the series. And you also have Lu Bu, which is this one character who is a new character, I guess, to the game. They kind of tout him as being a pretty important new character in this particular Extreme Legends. He's just a big badass. But yeah, that is story mode, and that will give you access to different storylines through the game. So there's a ton of story, I'm going to assume, because again, this is a first impressions video. It is not like a full-on, like, super analytical mode engaged or something like that. But yeah, you do have access to lots of stories, and each of these will have their own scenarios and stuff, and I think that is going to be a lot of fun to play through multiple of these. So far, I've only played a little bit with the Wei. You also have free mode. Free mode is the mode that you can play online with your friends. However, you do have to unlock the... You have to unlock the areas by playing through the different stories and stuff like the stages. By playing through the different stories, because if you guys see here on the Wei side of things, I have a ton of things that I can do, a ton of stages. Whereas if you go to the Wu, the Shu, the Jin, or the other, I only have 2 of them because I haven't really played these in story mode. So you do have to unlock them before you play with your friends on them, and that is actually something that I kind of feel is a little bit of a shortcoming, because I would very much enjoy playing the story mode online, which apparently doesn't, at first glance, doesn't seem like you can do that, which I was a little bit disappointed. Then you have Ambition mode, and Ambition mode is a mode in which it actually seems like it's going to be one of the modes that I'm probably going to be spending the most time in, because it seems like it's a lot of fun. You're basically building up your kingdom by taking on different battles and gathering materials and all kinds of crazy stuff to attract the emperor to come to your kingdom so that you will become like the ruler of the land. Then there is challenge mode, and in challenge mode you basically have multiple challenges that you can perform, like Rampage, defeat as many enemies as possible within time limit, Bridge Melee, which sounds really funny, just knock people off a bridge, Speedrun, fly through the battlefield to your destination as quickly as possible, Arena, defeat as many officers as possible, and Inferno, rage through the battlefield like an inferno, destroying all enemies. So you have all of these challenge modes as well. So a wealth of modes available. Now let's show you guys some actual gameplay of how you're going to be playing through these modes for those of you who are unfamiliar with Dynasty Warriors. Yeah, the 2 of you in the back there. Because I think that Dynasty Warriors is fairly well known. So I'm going to select a specific stage because I want to play with a character that I really enjoyed playing with. So I'm just going to go ahead and play this stage. We're going to go on normal because I have found that I am not skilled enough to play Dynasty Warriors 8 on hard. It is actually pretty challenging, more challenging than I would expect. So at the start of each mission, you're greeted by like how the story is progressing. It's going to tell you in text form how you've been doing, how each of the armies is progressing, how your personal army is progressing, the stuff that is affecting you. You can skip this after the level has loaded, as you guys can see there on the bottom left corner, but it is also like a loading screen. So once your game is loading, you actually start seeing how the story is progressing and so forth. So I'm not going to spoil any of the story details for you here, so that if you guys want to enjoy the story, which, to be completely honest, I keep hearing, like, whenever I hear people talk about Dynasty Warriors, right? There's like this stigma, oh, it's just repetitive and it's boring and you kill hundreds of enemy soldiers and all this other stuff. And to be completely honest, that's not how I feel about this title at all. I actually enjoy the story. Up until the point that I've played, I've actually enjoyed it. Is it an amazing, mind-blowing story? No, but it's still a good story, at least for the Way counterpart. I was enjoying it. Again, might just be a personal thing, I don't know. Anyways, for each of the missions in story mode, you're going to be able to select different characters. In this case, we have these 3 characters to select. The character that I really like is this one, which you can probably read Kao Ren, but in Japanese, it is actually pronounced Zhao Ren. They say Zhao Ren. At least I think they say Zhao Ren. It's not like a Z, but it's almost like Z. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's not just Kao Ren, because that just sounds kind of weird. But the reason why I like him so much is because he reminds me of a Space Marine. He just looks so badass. So when you select your character, you can then select the weapons that you want to equip on him. Now, here's the important part. You really don't want to change your character's primary weapon unless you have a primary weapon that also has the EX moves. And why is that? Because otherwise you won't have access to the EX combos. If you guys notice here on this screen with the stats and all that stuff, you guys will notice that there's an EX attack at the bottom there, and that is going to be a special attack, and all the 2 special attacks actually, and all of the characters have special EX attacks, but they can only do them with a specific kind of weapon. This character can only do EX attacks with Spiked Shield. So if you do replace his main weapon, make sure that you leave make sure that you have at least Spiked Shield. Otherwise, you're not going to have access to EX attacks, and you guys will see why these are important. But then you have a ton of other weapons, like this is our Spiked Shield. Actually, we have Fang Wall. Oh, cool. I should actually switch to this. I didn't know that I had Fang Wall. This seems interesting. Let's go ahead and switch to that. It still has the EX symbol, as you guys can see there. Then I'm using Arm Cannon. I'm going to keep Arm Cannon because Arm Cannon is a lot of fun, and you guys will see why. But yeah, you have a variety of weapons, a wide array of weapons. You have boomerangs, nunchucks, you have double size, you have orb and scepter, sword and hook. There is a variety of weapons, and each of them has different movesets, as well as, I assume, different EX abilities depending on the character that you play them with. However, weapons have compatibility. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I believe that essentially your character will perform better with weapons that he's more compatible with. So make sure that you kind of take that into consideration. As you can see, these are the weapons that I've recently obtained. You will obtain weapons as you are fighting through the different stages of the game and all that stuff. And there's blades, clubs, spears, projectiles, specials. There are tons and tons of weapons. If you're the kind of person that likes to collect all kinds of different weapons and experiment with them, this game has a lot of content for you, let me tell you. Then there's also skills. Now, I'm actually going to switch skills. These skills are basically passive skills, like, for instance, this one here, Health Springs, adds a bonus to your health gauge recovery. And it also levels up when you perform certain actions on the battlefield. Like, for instance, you can level Health Springs from 6 to 7 by defeating an opponent against whom your weapon is at an advantage. So this advantage mechanic will come into play as we go through the title. I will show you guys what happens, but for now we're going to replace Health Springs with Muzo Springs, which actually is something that I prefer. And this one requires you to defeat an enemy officer with a Muzo attack. You guys will see what Muzo attacks are. And there are many of these passive skills that you can get. I'm using Muzo Springs, Rage Springs, Attack Boost, and Victory Cry. And Victory Cry is probably a really overpowered thing. Like it says there, increases the chances that items will appear in battle. Because of Victory Cry, I once did a 900 hit combo with my character. I was like, what? Because the thing is, enemies kept dropping something which kept resetting my rage bar. So I kept going and going with the special attack. It was just not ending at all. It was a lot of fun. And I know that you guys are probably like, just show us the gameplay already, god damn it, you bastard. Let me just switch one of the weapons here. I want to switch the arm cannon to heaven. Actually, we have a different cannon here. We have a war cannon, which is also heaven, so good. I haven't checked my weapons in a while, so it's definitely good that we check that. So let's get in here. The game will load and it will put you kind of like on a pre-battle thing. So this is my character, which I guess you guys can see why I like it so much. He kind of looks like a dwarf in a Space Marine armor, and that was just like, that's perfect for me. I love it. I think he looks amazing. And then his main weapon is a shield. It doesn't get any better than this. Anyways, this is before the battle, and before the battle you actually have access to a blacksmith where you can sell weapons for gold, and you can also buy weapons, although I haven't really seen any particular weapons that I would want to buy up until this point. I haven't really used this all that much. I've been getting all of my stuff from fighting, and that's kind of like the way I like it. So I'm going to talk to Zhao Zhao, and he's going to send me into battle. Our forces will attack the governor of Zhu province, Tao Qian. Guo Jia will have the command. Everyone follow his order. Tao Qian and his men are spineless weaklings, but Liu Bei's forces will be there too, so watch out for them. I sense something more about that man than meets the eye. He will be joined by Guan Yu's brave company as well. Now let's show the world that Zhao Zhao is here. Everyone fight hard and shock them with our military might.
Tao Qian will surely have laid a trap for us. Let's go and see what it is.
So this is how the game starts, just like nice little guitar riffs and just like start kicking ass with your character. So obviously you got combos that you're going to have to alternate using square and triangle. By the way, I don't think I've mentioned it yet, but this is the PlayStation 4 version, for those of you that are wondering. Graphically, it looks good enough. Like, it doesn't look like this amazing next generation title, but I think it looks pretty decent, particularly if you take into consideration the amount of enemies that are on screen at any given time. So you guys will notice that my shield is glowing. That is part of one of the EX moves that I can do with this character. Like, for instance, I'm going to do an EX move which is just square and triangle. Oops, sorry, you can't be running to do that. And this is a lot of fun. Isn't this a lot of fun? Just like, I love the way that he just dives in like a friggin' meteor coming crashing down, destroying everybody. Okay, so you guys will notice that there's this guy here, Zhen Gui, and he is a named character, so he is a he's an enemy general, and we just beat the crap out of him. Now, the reason why we beat the crap out of him so easy is because he was actually weak against our weapon. So there are 3 elemental types, and again, these are all based on assumptions that I've made while playing the game. I'm not 100% sure on these, but there are 3 elemental types, which are heaven, earth, and men. I don't know why man would be an elemental type, but it's kind of the way it goes. And certain elemental types are weak against other elemental types. I don't know exactly the way each elemental type is weak or whatever, but the way that it shows up is when an enemy is close to you, if he's got like an exclamation mark on top of his head, that means that his weapon is at an advantage. If he's got a blue diamond type looking thing, it means that your weapon is at an advantage, which means that every now and then you will be able to perform crazy combos on them that will just wreck their face. So that's why I was able to just completely wreck that enemy general. His weapon was actually weak against mine, and I was just able to destroy him. Now you guys will notice that I'm picking up a ton of items. That is because that one skill that I told you guys about that keeps dropping items onto the battlefield. And it's just like it's going to keep on dropping. The other skills that I have are going to allow me to fill up my special bar really, really fast, which is the yellow squares that you guys see beneath my health. And this is what those allow me to do. This is my simple special skill. There are several levels to special skills, and this character is not fully leveled up yet, so he doesn't have access to everything. But just be aware that there's more than this. There's another one that you can press R1 and this, and it will be even more powerful. I only learned this through the tutorial because I haven't really seen the more powerful version of the special attack, but it is definitely a lot of fun. Also, my shield can shoot like stakes off of it, which is really cool. It's just a damn shame that it doesn't match my blue armor. Fashion, people. Very, very, very important. Now, besides these Mozu gauges, which are the 2 squares that you guys see on the bottom there, I also have another one which is a rage bar that is the one that's glowing right now full blast on my screen there, and I will use that when we get close to some enemies. But basically the rage bar puts you in this state that completely fills your Mozu bars, and it just allows you to perform a special attack that just wrecks everybody. It's like everything about this game is about performing those crazy special attacks that wreck everybody's face. And again, bear in mind that I am playing this in normal right now because I am not comfortable enough yet in hard mode, but hard mode is a lot more challenging. It is not just tearing through people until you actually, you know, master a character. Like, I think I might be able to do this particular mission on hard mode because I've grown somewhat familiar to this character. Anyways, let's switch things up and move on to the hand cannon that I told you guys about. This is the hand cannon, and the hand cannon has different combos. Wow, I was not expecting that one. The reason why I was able to do that is because it was buffed from having switched weapons. There is a mechanic in the game which is switch attacks. So if you're attacking and then you perform a switch, like say I'm attacking these guys with just regular attack, then I perform switch like so, and now I'm back to my shield. When you perform switches, usually your weapons can be buffed. Anyways, there's an enemy here. Let's try to do the rage attack. This is the rage attack I told you guys about. For starters, you enter rage mode, and then you start just like smacking them with the special attack there. And I've leveled up the Mozu Springs, as you could see there, which is the reason why I went for that particular attack. And I also have this thing which just spawns this lightning thing coming out of the floor. I don't even know. I don't even know how to explain to you guys. It is just fun. It is just straight up fun. You just start experimenting with combos, get comfortable with the characters that you're playing, and it is a lot of fun. And the good thing about the story mode is that it introduces you to these different characters, which you can then go and use in the ambition mode. And like I said, I do like the story. I don't think that this is just a title that people can discard as being just like, you know, it's just like you kill 1,000 people on the match and that's all there is to it. You feel like a really big badass, but it's not that special. And here's the thing. You do all that, you do feel like a big badass. If you play in normal though, that is, you do feel like a badass. But if you go and play on harder modes, I think you're going to get yourself a little bit more of a challenge. Actually, like I said, I died quite a few times playing on the hard mode. And in ambition mode, I wasn't even denting... I tried playing ambition mode on hard. I wasn't even denting the boss that they pit me up against. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, you better return after reviewing your strategy. Sorry about the sniffles, guys. It's just like I'm still struggling a bit of a cold. I know that I've been struggling with a cold for a while. It's just like at this time of the year, I get colds, I get allergies, I get all kinds of nasty stuff coming through me. So I'm gonna have to apologize for that. But that is the way that these things are gonna be. Now, as you guys will notice, there is a big map on the upper right corner. And that is actually a little bit of a pet peeve of mine, because when I first got into the game, I was like, wow, this thing is so big. Why couldn't they make it just a little bit small, or at least give you the option to hide it? Like, that would have been such a welcome addition. Just let me hide that map, because it is a little bit frustrating every now and then. Like, you're trying to get aware of your surroundings, and you just can't, because that thing is just there in the middle of the screen, and it does get a little bit hard to follow the action every now and then. Now, I've actually looked around to see if other players had the same complaint. Now, I've heard maybe one or two people had the same complaint as I do. I guess maybe this is something that veterans of the series are kind of used to, and they don't even mind it anymore. You can switch it to become like this, but I don't know. I just wish that there was a third option. Like, let me have this, or nothing at all. You know? So that I could switch freely between the different modes. Also, I'm not paying that much attention to the fight. I'm just trying to focus on the commentary. So you guys will see that I am fighting suboptimally, so to speak. And I'm not even paying attention to the objectives, which is actually pretty damn important for this game. Because it's not just about going around and killing a bunch of people. You actually have objectives. Like right now, our objective is to come over here and stop these catapults and actually steal them. to prevent our army that is getting butchered in a different section of the map by these devices that are dropping boulders on top of them. So we need to pick up a catapult and go to a section of the map to be able to destroy these things that are in the middle of the vicinity, preventing our troops from advancing. And I do love performing combos on these guys and just wrecking everybody's face. Although I have to be honest, for this thing where... Oh, crap! You almost got me. You almost got me. Now, there is a mechanic called the counter switch, which is if an enemy is charging an attack like this guy was, you can actually press the switch button to switch to a different weapon, and that will allow you to perform a special attack that will stagger them. As a matter of fact, I need to use the hand cannon a little bit more. You guys have not seen the awesomeness of the hand cannon. I love it. And the cool part is this character looks like a space marine, right? So he's got a hand cannon just shooting the crap out of people. It's just a lot of fun. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit childish or whatever. Well, actually, not maybe. I am definitely, really, seriously childish and immature. That is just one of the things that a lot of people are probably aware of me by now, or at least you should. But the thing is, I just find this title is so much fun. I just really like it. And that's the thing. I keep hearing whenever people talk about this title, they're saying like negative things. They're usually, at least, people are like, "Oh man, this is like it's one of those games so repetitive." Is it repetitive? Well, yeah, you're going to be killing thousands and thousands of people through these missions, but does the fact that it's repetitive make it not fun? That's what I'm wondering. And is that really the problem that a lot of people have with it? I don't know. But regardless of it, I just think it's really fun. I like the music, even though I have to be honest, every now and then the music does get a little bit repetitive, particularly if a mission takes too long. And yes, I did just get into a siege weapon. That is a thing. And you can actually, you aim the vertical with your right stick, and you aim horizontally with your left stick, which is actually a little bit weird. But anyways, you can shoot against these guys with artillery. Now, that's actually not the main purpose of this artillery. And no, that is not like a repetition of the same thing. I'm just like shooting them multiple times in case you guys are wondering if the video is glitching or something. No, I'm just like shooting multiple times. You can repeat the attack multiple times. But the thing is, I don't really want to kill them like this because it takes just way too long. So the devices that we have to destroy are these things. Let's go ahead and destroy this one. Boom. Because did I actually destroy it? Yeah, I did. Because these things are what's dropping boulders on top of our army on the other side there. And we need to just destroy these things to allow our army to advance. So let's go ahead. Oh, I missed it. Come on. Hit that thing. There we go. Now we need to aim for the very last one. There are a ton of people like on top of this siege engine trying to get to me. Let's hope they can't actually destroy the damn thing, because that would kind of suck. This one is a little bit harder to get to because he only bows down every now and then. Let's try it. Hit it, hit it, hit it. Damn it. It went back up. Let's try this again. Like I said, this one is pretty hard to hit. Oops. Particularly if I mess things up. Ah, come on. Hurry it up. Turn it over there.
I enjoy just watching you out there.
You do, Guojia? Well, that's good for you. In terms of voice acting, I actually think that the voice acting is pretty good. I mean, it's not the best voice acting I've seen, not by a long shot, but it is not that bad either. There we go.
Cao Cao's forces have destroyed our boulder devices.
You heard what I said, the whole Chow Chow thing?
Like we'll need to step up our efforts if we wish to drive them off.
Now, this particular mission is more of a revenge mission because this guy, the old man that showed up, the Tao Keen or whatever, he killed the main general of this army. He killed the main general's father, Cao Cao's father. So it's kind of like a revenge mission. So as you can see, we now have new objectives. The army is moving forward. What am I supposed to do now? Okay, we have to just go all the way and destroy the final guy. Now, a nice thing about this title also is like we have to walk all the way to where the green thing is glowing. If you guys see in the map there, they're like, wow, you have to walk all that. That must be boring. If you, as you are running, if you hold the L2 trigger, you can mount up a horse. And you can even attack from the horse. And I was like, what? That is awesome. Just to like spare you from... It's just the game is trying to not bore you as much as possible. It's like, look, is it boring to walk a long distance? Good, you don't have to then. There you go. Oh, wow, I'm going to do so much damage here. Hey, boys, wait, I got another one. And wait, it's not over yet. Let's have some more fun. Let's just go completely insane. Gather up. 597 chain. It was not as good as I did last time, but it's still pretty decent, I would say. Now again, like I said, this character is probably a little bit overpowered. I'm noticing it now. Like last time, I didn't do this as easily, but I don't know, man. That's the thing. It's like, this is one of those titles that I like just for the fact that it is a lot of fun. And interestingly enough, I was surprised that I actually cared about the story at all, because I was thinking I'm just going to get into this title and just destroy a bunch of people and see if it's fun destroying a bunch of people. Amazingly enough, yes, it is fun. And interestingly enough, I actually cared enough about the story that I thought like, wow, okay, the story is also interesting. Now, you see, these were the things that I was supposed to be picking up as I was doing that attack. I would have been able to keep going forever. That would be awesome. Still, we did 2 Muzo attacks combined with a rage attack. I still think that was pretty decent. Now, most of the combos that you guys are watching me do, I'm not really telling you guys what buttons I'm pressing to get the combo off. But essentially, the way that you do play this title is you can go to your officer info and it tells you there what attacks you have to do in order to perform the special attack. So with this character is usually 3 square and then triangle, triangle, or triangle, actually square, triangle, triangle, and those are the 2 EX attacks. But then there's other combos that you can get off as you play around with the character more. Like for instance, this one is square, square, triangle, 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 and you can shoot a bunch of spikes at your enemies, which is also pretty funny, even though it's not an EX attack, that's for sure, because EX attacks are a lot more powerful. So the EX attack would be square, oops. When you start running, like you guys will notice, when we're moving every now and then, you will see like a couple of lines indicating that you started to move a little bit faster, like that. And you also hear that sound like, whoa. So when you start doing that, your light attack actually becomes different on your next cast, so to speak. Damn, those guys are far away. Come on, horse. Catch up. Wow, the horse was really, really far. Well, it's too late now, never mind. But anyways, the EX attack would be triangle, triangle, oops, sorry. I mean, square, 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 triangle, triangle, triangle. And that actually charges our shield, which means the shield starts making more damage, which is pretty good. And again, you guys know how I am in terms of shield slamming, so to have a game that has a character that is just about shield slamming the crap out of people, has an armor that looks like a space marine, and he also has dwarven-like features, it's like I'm sold. I'm sold at that point. It's like I'm just throwing money at the screen. And again, this is one of my personal things. You guys know the kind of stuff that I'm into, so bear that in mind as you are making like your purchasing decision, if you are watching this video to decide whether or not you want to buy Dynasty Warriors 8. What can I tell you? Me personally, I really love it, but you should really take a good look at the gameplay that you're watching on screen. And if you like this stuff, because this is essentially what most of the game is about. Just coming in here, killing loads and loads of people, killing bosses. I mean, you guys probably barely even noticed the bosses. I should have really played this on hard, to be completely honest, but it's just that hard I'm not so good at yet. I love this attack. This particular attack here just kills me. Woo! First time I saw this, I was like, this is awesome. I'm kind of lost at this point. I don't even know where I'm going. Oh yeah, this is one of the enemy spawners. We need to actually move forward. There's still an enemy captain there that we can get to. Oh, that was a waste of a special attack. But the thing is, with the skill that I have that drops items all over the battlefield, it's so easy to recover my Muzo gauge. I keep saying gouge. It's gauge. It's so easy to recover my Muzo gauge that it's like I don't even care. I just keep doing specials and rages and... An enemy ambush? Come on, I was trying to just get rid of these reinforcements that are coming up behind us. I'll meet you guys in a couple of seconds. Okay, that's enough fun for now. Let's. Wow! You guys didn't have anyone else? Let's just get the horse and get the hell out of here. Now, the attacks on horseback are very, very simple, and the horse also tramples people. Yeah, I know, it looks hilarious, and it is hilarious. Okay, you see that exclamation point? That means that that particular boss is going to be tough against our weapon, whereas the diamond means that that particular boss is going to be hard against our weapon. But the thing is, this guy had so little health by the time we got here that he just got wrecked instantly. And it seems that Yan Li needs to get wrecked as well. Sorry about that, dude. Whee! And again, it's like, you guys are looking at this and you're like, wow, so it's just like a button masher. It is not just button mashing. You need to know the proper combos. I mean, right now, playing in normal, I guess you could get away with just button mashing, just smash those buttons and you could do it. But when you get to hard mode, you're going to have to really, really know what skill you're doing. You're going to have to know the weapon that you're using and how it's going to react to the different button presses, because that stuff does become important. Anyways, I guess we're supposed to head towards that castle. Okay, this is the right way. For a second there, I was going the wrong way. I love the fact that they're running away and I can just trample them like a boss. Also, situations change as the game progresses. Like, for instance, right now, I think something will happen. Or is it a little bit further on? I was almost sure that something was going to happen in this castle. But basically the situation might change and your environment will change as the battle progresses, and that is a lot of fun. Charge on through! Rage mode! Wow, that guy's actually blocking. That's amazing. Defeat Liu Bei and cut off Tao Qian's escape. Wow, is the guy running all the way back there? Will I be able to get to him though? I wonder. Let's go for it. As you can see, this is what I meant by the scenery changing. Like, you will notice that these guys set the castle ablaze. Let me see if I can actually catch up to the guy that's fleeing. No, this is... doesn't look like in that direction I can go. Let's try this way. I'm really curious. No, I can't. I guess I can't get to the guy, because you guys would notice that the two gates were closed, so I would have to kill these guys before proceeding onwards. It looks like we defeated our 1,200th enemy. So let's go ahead and wreck the rest of these guys. You guys will notice that the frame rate is dropping because there's fire, there's thousands of enemies in here. Usually the game runs, I would say, around 40 FPS. I don't know, because the only way for me to actually know is by the power of my eyes, which is actually slowly diminishing because I am nearsighted. Not exactly sure. I can't see that good far away. Let's put it like that. But yeah, I do want to say that most of the time the game runs at about this steady 40. Every now and then it will boost up to 60 frames, and other times it will drop to 30 and sometimes even below, as happens to be the case here, because there's just so much stuff on screen. And pay attention to the detail on the graphics. The graphics actually look pretty good. Like, they don't look photorealistic or whatever, but they look pretty damn sharp. And I personally like it. So what else have we got here? Oh, please. Zayrong. Oh, I'm gonna put a stop to your momentum, alright, don't you worry about that. Yes, please hold me off. I love this. I just love charging in like a madman. Come on, you're gonna give me a run for my money, please. That was one of the switch attacks that I told you guys about, where we just basically wrecked that guy's face. And he dropped a couple of items for us too. Why, thank you very much, good sir. This attack is actually designed around... Oh, damn it, I'm attacking my own people. That attack is actually designed around getting your enemies up in the air like that, and then shooting the crap out of them. I love it. I love this. I love this weapon combo. It has been by far the most entertaining weapon combo I've seen. And like I said, your playstyle will vary greatly depending on the weapon that you are using. At least that's the way I personally feel about it. Like, after this one I played with a guy that had axes. I've also played with that guy over there once, the UA Jin. He is actually really hard to play. Like, I can play this character reasonably well. UA Jin, I could not play him to save my life. Like, I kept getting killed because he's one of those characters that is all about being fast and stuff. There are also mechanics in place for you to get up faster. Damn it. Performed the switch attack already. But you see what I mean? I'm actually pretty low on health right now. There you go, another switch attack there. Switch attacks will break block on enemies that are blocking. You can also block, but I never really seen a use in blocking. Usually I'm just dashing all over the place, destroying people. That character is also a character I really like, Dian Wei. Like, his special ability is to headbutt someone so hard that it creates like a shockwave as he is headbutting people. It is hilarious. I love it. What the hell is it with you guys not dropping any food? I need food. I'm really low on health here. We might actually lose this mission if I'm not careful. Either way, we have to keep pressing onwards. If you guys notice, our objective is always marked on the map. It is that green square that keeps glowing. And if you're having difficulty, like I assume that on hard mode you're supposed to actually use the army to progress, as opposed to just progressing by yourself, kind of like Dota, so to speak. And I know that like comparing Dynasty Warriors to Dota is probably like sounds like ridiculous, but what I mean by that is like you have your army, they work kind of like the creeps, so you need to use them to kind of help with your advance, because like I said, in hard mode things get very, very different. It's just, I'm not even sure I would be able to commentate through hard mode, that's the thing. 1,400 KOs! And Bash Mizu here. Oh, damn it. Totally failed that. Oh, you are so going to get wrecked. Your weapon is weak against mine, too. Eesh, poor bastard. Would you be strong against this? No, you're not even strong against this. Come on, get up. And that's another level on this character. And we acquired a weapon. The weapons that you are unlocking here, you can use them on any character that you so desire. As their primary or secondary weapon, it is completely up to you. That leads to multiple playstyles that you can do. Just remember the fact that you should always try to give a character a weapon that he can perform an EX attack with. Otherwise, you will be somewhat gimping yourself. At least in my opinion. I wonder if you can equip the same weapon twice, although that sounds like it would be kind of boring and really, really, really metagamer. Like, it would be such a metagaming thing to do, just have like twice the same weapon to have X attacks whilst also having the benefits of the switch counter and all that stuff. So we don't have any important enemies in that direction. Let's keep pushing in here. And this is essentially the game. It's just like you come in here, you bash some skulls, you kick some ass. I'm going to still show you guys, the ambition mode so that you guys kind of get how that one works. But essentially, this is the gameplay. Like, if you guys enjoy the gameplay of doing stuff like this, it's like I think you guys will greatly enjoy this title. It's just fun. Oh, it looks like we fell into a trap. Good. I love falling into traps with this character. Ooh. Come on, charge up an attack, please, so that I can do a switch counter. That was terrible. Okay, we're not doing so well. We need to switch counter regardless of him. There we go. Wow, dudes. All them damages. Did we just kill 2 of them and get the Muzu Springs twice upgraded? That was ridiculous. I love that. Why, thank you very much. Also, have I mentioned I love shooting this cannon? I don't know, it's like you're in feudal Japan with a guy that's got a Space Marine armor and a cannon. I don't know what else to say to that. Not to mention when this thing is charged up with attack bonuses and whatnot, it is ridiculous. Like, boosh. Let's do the running attack again. Boosh. And shoot the crap out of everyone. Oh, and that final hit. So sweet. Come on. It's just like, I don't even know what to say at this point. It's just pure, uninhibited fun. Again, it is repetitive. That's one of the things that a lot of people have complaints about. My personal complaints are more in the lines of, why wouldn't you be able to just play through the campaign and progress? It's not play through the campaign, because you are able to play through the campaign missions with your friends, but you're not able to progress through the campaign. So like, you're only able to play the missions that you unlock by playing solo first, which is something that I was like, man, it would be cool if you could just like campaign, multiplayer, online co-op. Just seems so obvious. And I wonder if online actually allows for competitive play. I haven't really tested that. That's actually a good question. Competitive play in Dynasty Warriors, although I highly doubt that. It just seems like such a game designed for just like friendly cooperation, not really competitive modes. But again, I haven't really played the multiplayer all that much, so I just don't know. Actually, I haven't played the multiplayer at all. To be completely honest, I just stuck to the single player. And it's just so much fun. I just... At some point, it almost seems like I'm just like endorsing the game, but it kind of reminds me a lot of EDF. You guys remember when I did the EDF impressions? It's kind of like in the same vein as that. You just come in here and you have a blast. Oh, get stunned by the magnificent awesomeness of my cannon. Okay, we got a couple of units and then we're finally going to get to the final boss. Yes, these missions are long depending on how good you actually are. Wow, I just noticed the length of the video. We've actually been recording for quite some time. Let's do the switch counter here. Boosh! Is he dead? Yeah, he exploded on a couple of items. We just picked up a feudal edge. Whatever the hell that happens to be. And we're about to get to the final boss fight. Now, sometimes in between missions, there's also some cinematic cutscenes. Hey, boys, gather up. Let's have a blast here.
My sense of honor dictates that you must die. It is my duty to protect my brother. Prepare to face the wrath of my blade.
Really?
Master Tao Jian, I apologize for not being able to help you.
I aim to right the wrongs of this land through strength. Those who act on emotion will never overcome me. You have fought well, my loyal troops. Raise your voices in victory.
And we won. I guess that Guan Yu guy must be really disappointed. Come on, Guan Yu. You want some of this? You want some of this? Want some of this, dwarf? Huh? Then think so. But yeah, that is Dynasty Warriors 8 Xtreme Legends Complete Edition in a nutshell. If you go to Ambition mode, I'm going to continue. You guys will... Oh man, it's just... You guys are not going to see a different character because I'm also playing this one in Ambition mode. But this was the campaign I did in which I was utterly defeated. This is the place that I'm building, so like you need to gather materials by performing by fighting battles like those, but skirmishes which don't have like story objectives and stuff like that. And that will allow you to upgrade this camp to kind of attract the Emperor to come to your side. That is the only explanation I've been given thus far. You guys can see the building that we're building there. That would kind of be like his palace, I would assume. And we also have a blacksmith here. I think we have access to all the weapons that that we've won on the campaign. Like, let's see, if I go to Officer Info, Equip Weapons. Yeah, all the weapons that you gain through the campaign just become available here as well. So you're constantly progressing through the game, like you're picking up weapons in story mode. If you happen to pick up weapons in this mode, your characters progress. And at any point in time, you can reset your characters too, if that is something that you are considering. So let's talk to this guard. Are you heading out? Be careful. Let's go normal because I got my ass kicked. Although I'm gonna go just really fast just to show you guys a little bit of what it's like. But I mean, it is essentially the same thing as the other battle. It is just another battle, except there's drops of materials as well. Oh wow, I hadn't actually fought in the desert yet.
I shall bring an end to this chaos, no matter what the cost.
Now, another thing that I think I haven't mentioned while we were doing that thing is that the characters repeat their lines a little bit too much. They really shouldn't have repeated them, said that much. Like, for instance, give me just a second here. 1, 2, 3. Oops, wrong. 1, 2, 3. I must be like a shield. Now check this out. 1, 2, 3. I must be like a shield. Now, on this character, it's only that one, but I had another character where I kept constantly doing a special attack, and he's like, feel the power of true might. And this attack was really simple. It was something like square triangle, and the character would always go, feel the power of true might, feel the power of true might, feel the power of true might. So that also got a little bit concerning. So you guys saw there, we just won material. We're supposed to go in and destroy... Oh, it's actually Dong Zhao. I hate this guy. He's an opponent of the clan that I'm playing in the story mode, so that's kind of why I hit him. Ooh, I got the combo on you. Get wrecked, Dong Zhao. Oh, you're so going to eat it. Just get wrecked, sir. Ooh, I got double combos on him. That was awesome. You'll let me come along? Oh, looks like we actually claimed victory in this battle. So we gain a bunch of materials, which supposedly will... where do you see the materials that you've gotten? I guess... Oh, I think I skipped through it. Oh, we got 3 new allies. That means that now we will have generals that go with us into battle. That's kind of cool. You are victorious. By winning battles, you can obtain gold and XP. You're able to obtain any materials for developing your facilities in this battle. Current materials. Facility materials, 3. So now I guess we can use these materials to build our castle or something along those lines. But that is probably going to be it for this video. As per usual, leave me your comments, feedback, all that kinds of good stuff. You can see the upgrades happening in the background there. We now have a tea house. We have built a tea house. Allies are not only grateful for serving as personnel to build a Tong Tai, which is the name of the castle, but also for getting new facilities to appear, gain more allies, and look to build even more new facilities. The camp has been developed, enabling you to obtain even more fame. Now try to use the facility materials on a facility. Press touchpad and go to the info screen. Wow, there's a lot of stuff to do here. This is probably going to be the mode that I'm going to spend the most time in because it seems like it would be a lot of fun. Obviously, I also want to play through the story, but definitely, I am surprised. I was not expecting to like it as much or to have such a wealth of gameplay features. But again, I'm a newcomer to the series, and I am biased towards Japanese titles. So, as per usual, leave me your comments, feedback, all that kinds of good stuff in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.